What if I told you a common, often dreaded insect that could hold the key to profound respiratory relief? I know what you're thinking, Professor, you've lost your mind. A cockroach for wellness? Believe me, I deeply understand that skepticism. Homeopathy often challenges our conventional wisdom, but its profound power lies in meticulous observation and sometimes a dash of serendipity. Today, we're decoding one of homeopathy's most fascinating and effective remedies, Blatta Orientalis. In the next few moments, we'll unravel 3 vital truths. First, you'll see how this unlikely remedy is meticulously prepared, upholding the highest standards of purity, ensuring safe and effective natural anxiety relief. Second, we'll dive deep into its unique personality, because in homeopathy, we treat the person, not just the disease. And third, you'll discover exactly how Blatta Orientalis can offer profound relief for modern wellness challenges, especially for families seeking effective homeopathy for families and comprehensive Blatta Orientalis benefits. Stay with me, because this journey might just change the way you think about healing.
First, the careful collection of live oriental cockroaches, specifically Blatta Orientalis. These are then rigorously cleaned under sterile conditions to eliminate any contaminants, ensuring only pure medicinal qualities remain.
Next, a crucial step: maceration. The insects are gently crushed and soaked in pharmaceutical-grade ethanol to extract their active compounds, creating our potent mother tincture, Q strength.
For solid forms like the tiny pellets you might recognize, we use trituration. The dried material is meticulously ground with lactose, releasing its inherent medicinal properties layer by layer.
But here's where homeopathy truly shines: potentization. This isn't about chemical concentration, it's about energetic amplification. Through a series of precise dilutions and vigorous shakings, a process called succussion, we create remedies like 30C or 200CH. This vital process is believed to imprint and amplify the dynamic healing properties onto the diluent itself, making it incredibly powerful yet gentle. Finally, the mixture is aged in dark bottles, preserving its potency and stability, ready to offer its unique healing touch. Every batch undergoes rigorous quality control, ensuring you get only the safest, most effective remedy. Now imagine each homeopathic remedy having a distinct personality. This isn't just a metaphor, it's how we find the perfect match for your unique symptoms. Blatta Orientalis embodies a fascinating blend of traits. Picture a stout, corpulent individual whose symptoms consistently worsen in damp, cloudy weather, mirroring the insect's own habitat. This remedy often acts like a calm, grounding friend, stepping in during moments of suffocating anxiety or physical discomfort. The core essence of Blatta Orientalis often reveals a sensitive soul striving to appear strong, perhaps even denying their own vulnerability. Let me tell you about young Leo. He was a bright, active 8-year-old, but suffered from severe asthma and incredibly sensitive skin. Certain foods brought out colic and eczema. Yet whenever his mother gently pointed to a rash, he'd defiantly declare, "I don't have sensitive skin. I fell down and didn't get bloody, I'm very tough."
This isn't just childish defiance, it's a profound psychological defense, a sensitive soul striving to appear strong, often denying inherent vulnerabilities. This internal struggle, this drive to be the best, often stems from coping mechanisms against feelings of inadequacy or perceived unfairness. This deep-seated need for appreciation and fairness is a hallmark of the Blatta type. They thrive on positive affirmation, feeling deeply hurt when overlooked.
This mental landscape is intimately intertwined with their physical sensitivities. Leo's food allergies and sensitive skin, his asthma triggered by dampness, mirror his emotional hypersensitivity to perceived slights. In homeopathy, the mind and body are seen as one integrated, dynamic whole. You might also notice a pervasive restlessness, a continuous need for movement, or even restless legs, and sometimes a paradoxical rudeness towards family, especially when personal space is invaded or they feel unheard. They crave order and routine, a structured way to manage that inner disquiet. And yes, a peculiar tendency to hoard favorite foods, unwilling to share them, a subtle need for control over comfort and resources. Now let's bring this vital understanding to life with an everyday example. Meet Lisa, a busy mom constantly juggling life's demands.
Lisa rushes, her face tight with worry. She's constantly checking the weather app, knowing damp air triggers her child's asthma. Her shoulders are tense as she stresses over dusty corners of the house, dreading a sudden coughing fit. Her mind races with a keen sense of injustice about unequal household duties adding to her mounting stress. Lisa, now visibly calm and collected, is sitting peacefully with her child, reading a book. The child breathes easily, playing contentedly. Lisa smiles, feeling a profound sense of inner peace and appreciation, as her home feels organized and her daily tasks are manageable, free from respiratory anxiety.
Blatta Orientalis shines brightest as a powerful respiratory champion. It's highly effective for asthma, especially when triggered by dust or damp, cloudy weather. It brings rapid relief from wheezing, persistent coughs, and difficulty breathing. That suffocating cough where you struggle to bring up thick yellow mucus, often forcing you to sit up for relief. That's Blatta Orientalis calling for attention. It's also invaluable for chronic bronchitis, common colds, and has even historically been used for tuberculosis. But its benefits extend far beyond the lungs, offering comprehensive Blatta Orientalis benefits for modern wellness. Think allergy relief. From sneezing to itchy eyes, it can profoundly help. Preclinical studies suggest it influences histamine release, hinting at its powerful anti-allergic potential. It's also been traditionally used for malaria prevention and even offers potential for pain relief in conditions like arthritis. For wound healing and various skin conditions like eczema or psoriasis, its documented antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties can aid recovery. Even digestive discomforts, including gastric ulcers, have seen reported support. Patients often report improved sleep quality and a general boost to overall well-being, helping to reduce inflammation and support the immune system. It's also noted for generalized swelling or edema, especially when other remedies haven't quite fit the picture. Blatta Orientalis is truly for everyone, children, men and women, with benefits tailored to their specific needs. For men, particularly those with respiratory issues worsened by humidity or physical exertion, it can be a great ally supporting what you might call athletic recovery by easing those lung complaints and allowing them to breathe freely during intense activity. For women, it's noted for providing relief from menstrual cramps and other premenstrual symptoms, contributing to a sense of hormonal balance that subtly impacts overall respiratory comfort and well-being. And for children beyond asthma, it's a wonderful support for those highly sensitive to allergens with restless tendencies and a deep intrinsic need for order. This can aid in their overall well-being and a calmer disposition, indirectly contributing to what some might call hyperfocus aid by settling their underlying restlessness and promoting a more centered state. What's truly exciting is how modern science is beginning to corroborate some of these traditional observations. Preclinical research has shown that the crude substance of Blatta Orientalis has anti-asthmatic properties, even protecting against bronchospasm. It's also exhibited anti-anaphylactic activity, suggesting it can influence histamine release and immune responses, a fascinating link to its use in allergies and asthma. Even more surprisingly, its hemolymph, essentially its blood, has demonstrated antibacterial activity against common pathogens like Staphylococcus aureus in lab settings. When scientists analyze its chemical makeup, they find compounds like triazoles and thiophenies. Understanding these specific constituents could pave the way for future research into its active components. Here's a truly mind-bending insight through a homeopathic lens. A preliminary study showed that low potencies of Blatta Orientalis actually decreased lung vital capacity in healthy individuals. This, according to the law of similars, like cures like, suggests that a substance that causes a symptom in the healthy can stimulate healing and improve that very symptom in the sick. It's a prime example of homeopathy in action, even in a scientific observation. Now let's talk about the unique fingerprints of Blatta Orientalis, the peculiar and confirmatory symptoms that truly guide us to this specific remedy. Beyond the obvious asthma, the defining characteristic is respiratory complaints, specifically from dampness and dust. You know, that stifling, suffocating cough with thick, yellow pus-like sputum that forces you to sit up for air. That's Blatta Orientalis calling for attention. And remember that particular mental and emotional landscape. The intense craving for appreciation and justice, that strong, sometimes contrary disposition, or the peculiar habit of hoarding favorite foods, unwilling to share them. These are key mental signposts. Physically, a general sensation of warmth, or a distinctive swelling in the ankles and calf muscles can be highly confirmatory. Even specific eye symptoms like itching and burning, precisely worse from light or reading but remarkably better from washing with water, are distinctive hallmarks. Modalities are our secret code in homeopathy. They tell us what precisely makes symptoms better or worse. For Blatta Orientalis, these patterns are remarkably clear.
Aggravations. What makes things worse? Imagine a stormy, damp day, or stepping into a dusty old room. Your asthma, your cough, they worsen significantly. Even exposure to bright light or excessive reading can aggravate eye symptoms.
And that overwhelming feeling of suffocating from a cough? It gets notably worse when you lie down, especially at night or in the late evening.
But there's always relief, and knowing these patterns helps us find it.
Ameliorations, what brings improvement? For those troublesome eye symptoms, a simple splash of water often brings immediate soothing relief.
And that suffocating feeling? Sitting up often brings immediate ease. Relief frequently follows expectorating mucus, and naturally dry climates or gentle movement can bring profound comfort.
In homeopathy, remedies can have powerful relationships, sometimes complementing each other, sometimes acting as antidotes. While there's no single universal antidote for Blatta Orientalis, a correctly prescribed remedy can sometimes be antidoted if chosen incorrectly. Interestingly, Blatta Orientalis often shines brilliantly when another powerful remedy, Arsenicum album, seems indicated but hasn't quite hit the mark. It can then complete the healing process. It also acts as a profound complementary remedy alongside others like Antimonium tartaricum for thick rattling mucus or Ipecacuanha for spasmodic coughs. In classical homeopathy, camphora is sometimes considered a general antidote, but there's no direct evidence for its specific use with Blatta Orientalis. If overaggravation occurs, it is crucial to review dosing under professional guidance. Now let's talk about accurately differentiating Blatta Orientalis from its cousins in materia medica. This step is absolutely crucial for precise prescribing and finding your unique remedy. Consider Arsenicum album. While Arsenicum also presents with restless, anxious asthma, often worse at night, and those individuals are typically chilly with burning pains, their thirst is for tiny, frequent sips of water. Blatta Orientalis, however, is defined by its strong, unmistakable aggravation from dampness and dust and that specific, thick, pus-like discharge. Then there's Antimonium tartaricum. With this remedy, you'll often hear rattling mucus in the chest, but paradoxically, very little expectoration accompanied by a profound sense of weakness or drowsiness. While both remedies help with mucus, Blatta Orientalis is far more specific to those damp weather triggers and is frequently better suited for younger, stouter individuals, unlike Antimonium tartaricum, which more commonly suits the elderly. Another key remedy to differentiate is Kali bichromicum, typically used for very thick, stringy mucus, especially prominent in sinus conditions. It's about recognizing the entire unique combination of symptoms that leads us to the most accurate remedy for you. So, what incredible insights have we decoded about Blatta Orientalis today? This remarkable remedy, initially discovered by serendipity, has solidified its place as a cornerstone for respiratory ailments like asthma and bronchitis, especially when triggered by dampness and dust. It's particularly effective in acute attacks, offering profound Blatta Orientalis benefits for breathing freely. Its truly unique personality, from the sensitivity masked by toughness to the deep craving for appreciation and that peculiar hoarding tendency, makes it an individualized remedy, treating the whole person and offering natural anxiety relief alongside physical healing. From its meticulous preparation to fascinating preclinical research, Blatta Orientalis powerfully bridges traditional wisdom with modern scientific inquiry, offering a natural and holistic path to wellness for all ages, truly embodying the best of homeopathy for families. Remember, while this guide provides valuable information for educational purposes, it is absolutely not a substitute for personalized professional medical advice. Homeopathic remedies should always be used under the direct guidance of a qualified healthcare practitioner. Self-medication is not advised. If your symptoms persist or worsen, or if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, please always consult a doctor or a homeopathic professional. Your health and well-being are paramount.